We set everything on fire. We save many intermediate steps.
The patch fixes the bug. The patch creates another bug. The patch to fix the patch breaks a critical feature. The feature was never secure to begin with. Deploy, repeat, burn it all down. Write the code, ship the code, break the code. Somewhere in production a memory.
Baited in which way?
Roll back too late, now it's in the wild. 0 days laughing while the logs pile high. Update your drivers, update your OS. Whoops, now the network is a broken mess. Legacy stack, oh what a delight. Let's patch a 90s relic at 3 a.m. tonight. If we set everything on fire, we save many intermediate steps. No more regressions, no more patches, no more sleepless, stressed out wrecks. If we let the whole thing crash, we don't need another hotfix mess. Burn it down, call it an improvement request. TPM's exploits, firmware's a joke. Encryption's fine till the backdoor's invoked. Silicon flaws in the CPU's core, but hey, next quarter's profits need more. Cloud's on fire, on-prem's a wreck. The hypervisor's leaking like a sieve on deck. Your IoT fridge just joined a botnet, but at least it can tell you how cold your milk gets. Reinstall factory reset. Oh, look, same.
Baited in which way? We have 100 CPU cores, 60, 68 RISC-V cores, the nearly latest, the nearly greatest prototype stuff, and 240 gigs of memory. 128 gig in this RISC-V Ripper alone.
Burn it down, call it an improvement request. Security advisory ignored. Responsible disclosure delayed. Vendor response, please upgrade. Support ticket closed, won't fix. System compromise, you have been pwned. Breakdown. It wasn't supposed to
We're currently making the impossible possible and the most brokenly cursed boomer corporate NAR code of AMD's Intel's galore work. I was a little bit worried. Oh, by the way, it says here 1102. Did we build for 1102? So that here is ROCm info on a 7 nanometer RISC-V prototype stuff with AMD 6700 XT. As seen the other day, just now we have more 80-ish% or so, 75% of ROCm, AMD ROCm stuff. UUID CPU XX. What does that mean? So yeah, HSA stuff on freaking ROCm. I'm a little bit relieved because earlier this didn't work, like, but apparently this only works with display attached. Anyway, we will test stuff. So welcome everyone to another Making Linux RISC-V and all the other things in between. Great. Here with all the latest RISC-V goodness at hand. Here at our helm, our flagship of the T2 Starfleet. So what did we do while I was out of office? I had the RISC-V Ripper build, whatever that was, hip rock CLR things. Now I only wanted to test build bin utils for the best reference score. So yeah, we have here 3 systems. We have 4 systems. I mean, we have a data center, but we have we have a data center, but here in the basement we have 4 primary systems. Not counting the Itanium and the Deck Alpha. So live streaming from a Steam Deck, because we do. For power efficiency, need to power efficient somewhere. The epic thread-ripping Ryzen 7950X, 96 gigs of memory for relatively high-performance build stuff. Then the RISC-V Ripper, the thanks to RISC-V International Milk-V Pioneer thing with whopping 64 freaking hardware threads and 120, like nearly, that's so crazy, right? Like RISC-V Ripper, nearly the most, I mean, the most memory here. The only like more memory than all my regular x86. Like the only systems that have as much memory is my Power 8 and my Sun T4-2. And that also only since recently. Hey, if I power that up, we have over 400 freaking gigabyte memory online. We can build a Skynet. So plus a Quilai here SoC thing, but that only has 4 cores. Hey, that has 7 nanometers. That has 4 active cores, not counting the inactive vector unit because strange RISC-V vector unit things, and 16 gigs of memory. Basically as much as a Steam Deck or so. So let's make more stuff work. Customer wants to see demo, or donator sponsors want to see demos. Also, the Raspberry Pi stuff might come tomorrow. Shout out to the that is also there. Shout out to Raspberry Pi Foundation Incorporate stuff for sending a Raspberry Pi 5 16 gigs memory for even more AI HPE ROCm. So doing that boringly again. Hey, welcome to the club. Computer science boring. Some say. So 4 minutes. Okay, that's not that far off. I only wanted to check. I didn't quite knew if that was calibrated or not. Because I wanted to. So what did we previously? We did here hip last. So we will try and welcome everyone. We will try to make Llama file stuff escalate on RISC-V. Finally, we spent 2+ weeks, 2+ kinder full-time work. I don't know, 40, 60 hours of packaging ROCm. It's like just some tiny little Linux distribution package, like 2 weeks and 60 hours later or stuff. But hey, now we are mostly there, and we can't even build everything, right? We can build most things. So. Good. I wanted to tweak this one. By the way, do we have here some cache? Which one was it even? So I literally just built this. Like I bought you with this 36-minute. I was like, I had to build it 3 times. I did not have the latest Rust version. Like I can't even make like I bought you this. Like before you think I live stream every boring shit. Yeah, this shit failed twice. Once. Like 9 minutes. Like this shit is configuring 9 minutes because in CMake it runs Python and Rust stuff. Thank you very much. And then like it configures for 9 freaking minutes, and then it tells me, by the way, your Rust version is too old. It's like, yeah, that's things. So what did I even? I wanted actually something slightly different. I wanted CI cache. What do we get here? Now we have plus common. Okay, I think because I think we were missing this, and somehow boost. Does it really boost? Let's see. So that is pushing the RISC-V stuff here forward. All right. Boundaries. No human stepped through before stuff. Whatever the Star Trek theme some things were. Und Werbung. We stream enough boring stuff for one advertisement. So this actually looks okay-ish, and somehow I actually was missing hip plus common. Not really sure. Alright, I wanted to check if it really boosted. Hip plus, was it that one? Boost. Why does it say boost? Let's see. var adm deb. So that is live from 96 freaking RISC-V threads, right? 128. Like people's like, RISC-V not yet fast enough. It's like, yeah, could be faster, but it's quite good. Deb debug, and then hip plus lt. So somehow something is using that, although not really sure. Does it work? Maybe they don't test and it just okay, it's in there. I guess it needs that potentially through whatever means. Strange stuff, like 2025 strange packaging things happening. Hip plus LT. One quick edit here. Actually, we should check. Okay, so this is super misleading, probably. Or is it? Or maybe not. 290% of bin utils. Because this stuff is super long, as you've seen even on the Ryzen, it is super long running Python code gen stuff, right? So then let's commit this from cache updates from a 64 thread RISC-V system. If that ain't something, then I don't know what is. Hey, look at that shit building. Even previously error, no. But where are we? Live. Up, non-error hip plus LT cache. If that doesn't, should have. Pro tip, copy and paste the file name hip plus LT. Bam. Actually, I could actually, had I been more of a professional, I could have checked whether this estimate is halfway okay. Dry run forwards. And somehow it isn't, but okay, YOLO. Then, what we need is composable kernel. Alright, underscore. Because AMD. Boomers with their DOS and Windows naming. Yeah, 15 hours. So this will not be 15 hours because it was only 1 hour 20 on the Ryzen due to more architectures. Actually, we should also check. So this is this real deal here. Actually, by the way, can someone this needs a patch somehow because I don't want to make the font so small. Just here for more cores, right? Don't even see freaking all cores. Also maybe should I? Maybe I should. Which is a desktop. Maybe I should in general have such a font size. The other might be. Is the other a little bit smallish? Nothing we can't tweak with our superior Linux broadcasting setup here. Speaking of Ryzen, the something kernel Debian testing has been insanely unstable on the laptop as of a month ago. I'm sorry to hear that. I don't have major. What do we run? We have 613. I don't. Did you try already this T2 Linux thing? Since 1998. I heard it. I heard it's amazing. So I have one issue. So I basically don't have stability fluctuations. The only thing I have one stability thing, and that is hardware and code related. So when I live stream, sometimes AMD GPU crashes with page faulting stuff. Probably also so live streaming, but maybe concurrent libva video acceleration, encode and decode. That if I work here at Peace and Harmony, I never have that. But if I live stream and then sometimes if I watch too much video or back and forth or whatnot, sometimes indeed. But the only thing that crashes is, what do you have on the log in the machine server desktop? Also Ryzen, 0 issues with those. What's weird is the mask log doesn't show a single panic. Okay, so when my VA, when my Hyperland or Sway crashes, I have a AMD GPU page fault stuff from Firefox in the log. Logs up completely with black screen, can't even. Yeah, sorry mate, wish I could help you simply, but yeah, that stuff ain't simple. That's, yeah, the only constant is change and triggered by video acceleration because it's only triggered when I have Firefox open with Twitch. And so one thing, so I usually have a log. So I changed one setting. Do I have that somewhere? All right, it's probably here. Oh no, it is mod probe. Do I not, where did I even, did I not somewhere, did I not, or did I change the default? There was some VM mode whatnot thing. Now I'm confused where I even configured that. Did I not save this somewhere? That's bizarre. There was one thing if you Google that. Yeah, just complaining. We basically need to complain. Also, I mean, it's a double-edged sword, right? Like on one thing, we tell Windows users, look, our Linux is not as amazing. On the other hand, we need to complain. I mean, I cannot fix each bug, and that is way too complex, right? I'm not the developer of the AMD GPU things. By the way, are we focused? But I think we are focused, right? Yeah, basically, I mean, if we don't complain, there are no improvements. So, yeah. What do you mean k equals? What does that mean? AMD DC debug? No, not debug mask. Some ring VM. I thought maybe I forgot to enable that for some reason. I don't know where that disappeared to. Is it even the right system? Yes. Okay, whatever. It was something, there were some page faulting whatnot mode. There was 1 to 3 of, I forgot, some ring whatnot page update, yada yada, like the stuff that should just work. It also did not, maybe, no, it's not. Also, like your grub thing looks like only debug message mask, right? Like cd debug mask. I think this is only outputting. Maybe I changed the default though. Maybe I patched the kernel because I sometimes like if it's no. Also not. Yeah, whatever. I guess we need to double check that. Good. Thank you for reminding us. Good. So we want to do AI. Where are we here with building? So okay, we are building these composable kernels. Then we will rebuild everything. Then where are we with things? Good. So we want basically. Did we already? I think how much is left? Did I on this test VM? So that's not so like now we changed this right now. We need set maybe. By the way, tell me maybe if you like to font sizes smaller or more. So T2 install ROCm all. That not sure. So previously we had most things built. So this is just double testing. It's just our throwaway VM. Basically, so what did we got a lot. Let's see, libdflight, upside, whatever. I'm not sure if all of those are real depths. So a lot of hip stuff. So that's not the freaking, okay, 68 packages. So it's basically just testing Zag out of it. Some random stuff may fail because we're in the middle of packaging things. So next, also like this is a cool, by the way, how much performance do we have here on this? So alright, you don't see this because Tmux. I'm wondering because in the Milk Pioneer the SSD is somehow not the fastest. So input file, output file, that's probably fine, right? Status level. Was it not that? DD input output. Status. Oh, what is missing? Then, okay, 400. I have here. So on, I mean, that's some consumer. What SSD do I even have in here? Like, I have some. The last years I sourced a handful of 2SS. Thank you. We figured that. I sourced some cheap stuff for testing because can't afford putting the expensive stuff in everything. So that is a, what even is it? PCI 4. That is Corsair. What is it? CT of model number CT Corsair. Nah. Do we have a non-volatile Micron crucial thing? This is also DRAMless. Okay, that's also some cheap crap. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's what you get using cheap crap for testing. Okay, that is actually nearly twice as... Yeah, okay. So much to risk Ripper. Good, at least that's faster. Okay, that's still building. Like, how far are we there? That did configure like forever, or what? Did this already... So I really hate this modern CMake shit of like doing everything in configure and then some. It's still freaking running CMake for what? For like 10 minutes already, or what? You kidding me? Yeah, this RISC-V, it only... I mean, if we can load all cores, it's okay, but like the single-threaded bottleneck things, they are really... Yeah. So, let's T2 up here. And then... so we are not building on this quad core, because obviously that would take a whole day. So we built on the RISC-V Ripper, on the Softgo SG2042 or whatnot, and Milk V Pioneer, and rsync this like professionals. And where's our testing going? Okay, look at our testing. Like five years live on YouTube and Twitch, and shit actually mostly builds. Can you believe? Hold the presses. Breaking news. Good next thing. So shit is building. That's good. We could already probably rsync. Do we have this in the history? Yeah, we have this in the history. Look at that. rsync there. We could probably even delete, because some things was not the most accurate there. We revised some things. Does it still work? ROCm info. Okay, that still works. Good. So now we want finally after 2 weeks of hard work, let's finally run AI workloads. The thing is, it might crash left and right. Like, I hold my horses. This shit might crash left and right. So, I mean, we have what is the like best ROCm showcase example? Would Google know? Like, we need, like, our startup needs demos. And the best of it. A collection of ROCm things. Okay, wonderful. Is here anything? AI contains instructions how to ROCm AI. Okay, that should actually... Wait, why is this doing a ROCm build dash on CMake b bash build RD runtime CUDA? Actually, so the example should build. Maybe we should then see if the examples built. Did we delete this? So some stuff I wanted to delete because I wasn't sure if we ship it, but let's see. Okay, let's more. The only substitute for secure shells is more secure shells. Let's, what was even the IP address of this? 80, I think this one. Random test VM 181. What is with these examples? Did they build? I have no idea. Examples. Maybe not. Let's maybe make the examples build. Because they don't build. So why does it GFX 906? Maybe it needs, okay, fair enough. It probably needs some form of, also you don't see this, right? Like, the only substitute for Tmuxes is more Tmuxes. Like, if this is not an increasingly amazing setup, then I don't know what is. I should also probably, by the way, if I, okay, maybe I don't edit the hyper, I should make this a default font size for Alacrity. If this is not increasingly an amazing setup, then I don't know what is. If you're new to our stuff, you can also support, you can also motivate me here on Patreon, right? And by the way, we run T2 Linux. I sometimes need to say this because people come here and think it's something else, when in fact it is just great T2 Linux. Then, examples. Which set of CPU things? Okay, that's not very target things. Hip architectures. Look at the CMake. But I don't want hip architectures. Do they really need to freaking use hip architectures? Yeah, this is absolutely ridiculous that every of this AMD projects uses another define for the architectures to build for. I don't even instantly see it. There is only GPU targets. Nah. There's nothing else to do. Okay, let's copy one. And what do they even say here? They didn't say that, did they? Heap specific settings, like the can be set with general sync tab of can be set in a general tab of project properties. Yeah, we're not doing project properties, you all. It's ridiculous. Okay, let's try an error sum. Let's hope one of those has. No. Yes. So, I mean, would it need all of those, or what did they say platform? Maybe they had here, if not. Ah, wait, they want. Wait, what? An example is files, Linux with. They just say a build. Very helpful. Do we really not have examples in the history? ROCm examples. That's why we need 100 cores, or 100 threads, and 240 gigabyte, because like building everything. Like I've basically, good that we do this in spring, because in summer that would be devastatingly hot. In the basement. Install that again. Ah, this is the other. I think I did this in the other Tmux. Okay, so what's going on here? Composable kernels. Still kerneling. What is it even doing? Is it running Python for like 6 minutes again, or what? Like, why does this CMake run here so strangely long? Are you okay? I'm not really sure what's the CMake doing there. So that wasn't right. I mean, maybe we also like hip plus. Why does it not hip plus? Somehow it doesn't find its stuff. So much to build examples. What could possibly go wrong? Even the bloody examples. I mean, the fancy kernel stuff builds, and the examples don't, which is... I'm still pushing 73,700 things as long. Yeah, totally fine. I also did this. I not only the last year's scaling here up is... 100 threads and one thread is amazing build systems, right? Like, you would think AMD with their epic processors that I don't even have would have scripted that better, but yeah, it's ridiculous. Totally. Until recently I did the same, but we run a whole Linux distribution, right? So we still, like, for running a Linux distribution, supporting more architectures than ever before. Like talking DEC Alpha and Titanium and stuff, ARM, PowerPC and stuff, right? Cross-compiling everything. We actually run this with really consumer-grade resources. I mean, as a content creator, Linux distribution developer, I should already be on 9000 Ryzen, but not only I waited for X3D, but even there I save a little bit, right? It's a little bit obviously wasteful to get every new thing immediately. Even I don't do that. So they run the right hip thing. Like, why is it's like, which arches do they like? Why do they build 900? Why do they do that? I mean, I think it should work. But that is not what we configured for. Maybe that is why it doesn't work. Unless it's just a... I mean, here is hip architectures, so hip architectures is... Maybe that after all? Let's see if hip... Like every bloody... I'm not even joking. Every bloody project uses here something else. It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't have the highest hopes, but we need to try, because if we don't try, we don't know. Did hip plus install anything? Looks blank. Me? On which system? It should. I don't know what this thing did. What do you mean blank? Did I? Hip plus, which on LT installed something. I just don't know what's up with this thing here. Like, this thing does somehow not finish its CMake shit. Not sure what's going on there. Did I not? Maybe I didn't build that for reasons. I don't know. Let's build that first. I probably should rebuild another kernel for the RISC-V ripper. This is the one where we tried to enable vector and that went only south. We are currently not using, but maybe there, you never know what flow vector or save restore bugs are present there. So maybe we should do this also. I'm not really in the biggest mood to rebuild this shitty kernel just with... we could check on here though. Maybe you mean this here. Hip plus. Oh, you're right. Why is this so? Oh, right. You are somehow not sure what I did there. Except maybe where were we here? I mean, we are rebuilding everything, so somehow this isn't not yet fully the most building for. I thought it was building more. Maybe still some dependency, or maybe previously I test built something like that like hip plus in between, and that fixed some. Oh, this indeed doesn't. Why does this not plus? All right, this is a complete fresh build. Did we just delete this for reasons? Plus LT. Actually, no, I lost overview. This might still miss one compatibility symlink or two. We still, so basically everything is committed and should work except this two, I believe. Yeah, this two symlinks we should basically, but that's also like, it's already 2 weeks in, it's super boring. But that's also like, if you work like basically doing super boring stuff, like I never wanted to work at Siemens or Apple or whatnot or Microsoft and doing boring stuff. No, I do boring stuff for free that somehow didn't scale. So yeah, but yeah, in a way it shouldn't be like this, right? Like in a way, all this stuff should somehow work more. In my opinion, the main problem is it's not like C and C++. They have a small part. Rust, in my opinion, Rust didn't make it better. Like, just look at that. I configured this stuff, and after 9 minutes, it told me like this most superior CMake and stuff and Rust stuff. It configured for 9 minutes and then told me the Rust version is slightly not new enough. Like, from how dare you use the Rust version like on your last year installed RISC-V Ripper? How dare you use a Rust-C version from last summer? So I would actually argue the C. Sure, it is more mature, like, or somewhat more mature. But on the other hand, yeah. So what do we? I lost overview where we even are here. Maybe I should actually the prompt includes this. So what's going on here? What is the first failing? Rock Blaz. What was hip config platform, right? But that returns AMD. I mean, maybe this is still missing the second. Maybe I only did one compatibility something. Rock Blaz. This is so annoying. You think you're nearly done and then hip Blaz LT, hip Blaz LT. What does this thing want? Maybe this is the Symlink stuff. Oh yeah, this is the Symlink. Look at this. Yeah, we have two Symlinks. I mean, this is only because this AMD stuff is so like, yeah. I kinda thought I should do it now, but you know what? Pro tip, like, fix this stuff early, because I mean, to my excuse, initially we had to prototype, like, does this shit even somehow build? But basically, by now we should fix it. The only thing is I now procrastination and doing annoying stuff, but I did this already 4 times now. It's, of course, needs to be fixed. It's, of course, the boring stuff, like you want to run AI and then you need to fix, like, symlinks or... I also don't understand what's up with AMD. Like, you configure this, like, use this stuff, and they're like, yeah, we're using this random path. Like, why do they do that? Like, why did they Python site virtual and shit off site? I mean, why has it looks like some random dude? I mean, that's even the thing. Maybe we can't even patch it. Look at this. Like, if this is coming as this modern shit, cloud software shit, in some virtual env, and then we can't even patch it nicely, right? Like, maybe we just add 2 compatibility symlinks, because like this appears to come out of some Tensor side package shit, you all. Why did some random dude think like, what is wrong with people? Like, some random, like, even this is complete garbage pass. Like, who thinks this opt ROCm LVM bin, like, who thinks like that is a valid thing to do? Okay, now we have like every cursed thing of build system stuff we find here. It's hilarious. Maybe we just add this to compatibility symlinks, because like patching this shit out of virtual env stuff, that is Unless, but yeah, there are version. This is modern software is so cursed, you all. I need a great reset. Like, I really kinda can't do that anymore. Like after 25 years of this shit, like I'm so done with this nonsense. I probably did. I don't even remember. I probably wiped the test VM before lunch, huh? Which is here even which? Okay, that's RISC-V ripping. Okay, so we wanted. Okay, that examples, and then also donor wants to see, sponsor wants to see. So what's with the zip stuff? There is a branch or stuff. There's also OpenCL. Should we do OpenCL or HIP first? Although this is only designed for Qualcomm Adreno, but it probably should work on something else, shouldn't it? Yeah, all this experimental stuff of... So the last time I checked, this was some branch, right? Also, was it yesterday not? Ah, right, because it was CPP-wise. Ah, because file. This file is confusing Google. Of course it does. So that's maybe... so HIP. Custom CUDA kernels for running LLMs on NVIDIA GPUs supported for AMD via HIP. And Moore threads MTT via Muser. By the way, if Moore threads watching, maybe Chinese card donation next. Okay, this is a supported backend surprisingly. Maybe I mixed llama file, llama C++. But they don't. Do they say here more, or do I need to click on HIP backend, huh? HIP config Clang. This provides GPU acceleration on HIP supported AMD GPUs. Make sure to have ROCm installed. We did. We only spent 2 weeks on this. No, we have. Mostly, anyway. Rebuilding. Where is even... Here is... Why does this still fail? Ah, this also... I remember this somehow. What was the solution for that? Ah, right, I copied this. Ah, damn it. Yeah, this is also like the AMD code themselves. We know we should try to patch that for real. Like, I cannot always move this bloody library around. But that is the difference between proof of concept hacking this once and making it reproducible for users. Obviously. So can we... what is each project? It's capital, not capital, rock, not hip. It's like... do we build object here? Yes, we build object here. So that is in library. Either we could first test how many are there. Are there only... Why is V not verbose? Verbose is verbose. If we add that here, it probably works, right? Opt. Yeah, of course. Yeah, package config dash con. This is the bare minimum essential stuff. Like, why does it not work out of the box? Like, why do I need to waste my time with this shit? Like, I don't understand you all. I really don't. By the way, was this the only one? This was just proof of concept. How much is here required? Okay, multiple. Where is that even? And is this also in library? Because it's also in library. Let's see. Fix the CMake. So usually we have nice T2 mechanisms. For that we only can't use that really because they use their own compiler here. Dash L. Can we target link libraries, visibility, stuff of install targets, build CUDA, export targets. Oh, I hate CMake. Which one would that be? Because it's a normal make file. Actually, this here is already not amazing. This will fail for RISC-V. That's ridiculous. Did we not had more? This is a partial fix. It doesn't, because of the Python virtual env stuff, doesn't fully work. I thought we had there something. Ah, here, that one. How did I overlook that? What? Ah, because opens. I think like that we probably could YOLO that, huh? So it's not the most pretty. I just want this stuff to reproducibly build for now. Like, if you want to do it pretty, like if you're a CMake expert, please let me in the comments below. Like, let's see if that opt. Oh wait, we need a dash L. What is CXX? Actually, we need. Would it do LD? I don't know. Let's see what happens. CMake LD. What was it? LD? Flags? Does it do anything? Things project should supply some dep3 so you can figure out this. CMake X linker flags. It has linker flags. How to set its CMake shit? Does it have linker flags? Module linker, shared linker flags. I have the suspicion this will not work. How long did it fail? How long did it take the last time to fail? So that's why we need so much infrastructure, right? Everything busy here. The last time it failed in 1 minute 40. Let's hope for the best. Yeah, that needs a real patch, but I'm allergic to I'm allergic to CMake and shitty build systems. It builds surprisingly long, you all. For I didn't expect. I expected the linker to work. Let's see, logs, hip, lt, odd. Wait, what did this? I thought it failed faster. Or did I? Wait, what did I do now? No, I don't even remember which package failed. Hip plus lt. Yeah, 60 cursed package names. No, 2 minutes 50. 2 minutes 51. Maybe. Okay, what do we have? Okay, in the meantime, some other things test build. Yay. Also, this build, like, do we have here some? Okay, no, this is actually, hey, 64 freaking RISC-V threads. Did I promise you 128 gigs of memory and 64 freaking threads? Like, finally, we see some superior RISC-V load. Yeah, it's crazy code. Okay, that did not work. Unable to find hip plus LT. So this was linker shared. So I guess, I mean, yeah, why make it simple when you can? Hope for the best. Unfortunately, we need to CMake, so we need to waste 2 minutes 50 for building this stuff. Let's see, did people look at... Okay, people probably agree that that's a good idea. Wonderful. At compiling libraries. Yeah, but are link libraries if you want to add flex every link? Nah. Not a CMake fan. Somehow modern build systems, nah. Good, so what did we even rock blast here? Like, what was the estimate? We basically need to update the cache files also for better estimates. The estimate's only an estimate, right? Like, if you enable a handful of GPU architectures, it will increase exponentially or so. Just 4 GPU libraries had Ryzen 1750X builds for 1 hour 20. So yeah, there is that. Maybe close a window. Bets taken. Will DHL Express get a parcel from sorting facility Kassel to Berlin tomorrow after many days in customs? 1806 arrived at DHL sorting facility Kassel. Shipment has departed. Processed as customs clearance status complete. Okay, let's hope for the best. Let's do the same for AMD, for ARM64. How fast was Geekbench? What did I previously use? 5 for RPi 5. Do we have here? Geekbench. Ideally, I compare. Usually, I know. Is this 5? Version 5. What did I usually run? I mean, yeah, that's not Ryzen territory. Maybe I need to build. Yeah. So how many cores is it? Even quad core, right? If I would here or 5. Maybe I need to resurrect my dual booting on my Apple Silicon, because then I have, I believe, 10 cores, right? 8 or was it 8 performance and 2 efficiency? To pre-build building ROCm for ARM64 on Apple Silicon, yeah. So yes, shout out there for sending us this thing for free. Highly appreciate this after 25 years of open source work. That is very, very much welcome, and shout out there. So 2.4 gigahertz quad core, yeah. So that's probably a little bit faster than the Quilai. Basically, by how is even Apple's, like the last time it wasn't even, so I only run QEMU, like T2 homebrew build QEMU on macOS, previous video. The irony is all of those previous videos, this was 2 or 3 years ago, yeah, when I got the shit new, like 3 years ago. And I remember, and this was one of my highest YouTube live views of doing Apple Silicon stuff, and like 100 people watching when usually only 50 or whatnot. That is that thing, right? Like I do my fancy tiny little Linux distribution and it's boring, and like Apple Silicon, yay! So yeah, the last time I checked this Asahi dual booting, so of course T2 things, but Asahi patch set, Asahi Linux dual booting. So the last time it was annoying, and so the last time, each time I wanted to boot Linux, I had to go into this pre-boot macOS rescue shit and whatnot. Let's see, what is the shit with dual booting now? But it's still installed, right? By the way, pro tip, I only like save storage on the super expensive Apple storage, which I obviously overpaid. I mean, I have only 1 gigabyte in there, which probably I paid, what, 400 or like crazy amounts of money extra, which like, thanks, don't buy Apple shit. It's like absolutely outrageous, which obviously why I don't buy Apple shit anymore. Basically so I dual, I have a partition. I installed T2 as the Asahi Linux way 3 years ago, when this Asahi was Alpha 0 version proof of concept. And because I didn't want to waste more space on this overpriced SSD nonsense, I directly boot QEMU on this dev disks partition and whatnot on my, like, basically, so I have only 1 T2 installation that I directly boot in my T2 build, homebrew build QEMU. So what was dual booting? Because like, so the problem is also somehow the last years QEMU became slower and slower. I don't know what the shit is. Like, obviously macOS really low quality, like nothing. Like, have you seen like, hey Tim, Apple, have you seen this T2 Linux? Maybe next purchase, because have you seen the state of macOS? Initially it was okay, like QEMU, like with but 3 years of macOS updates, like somehow this my T2 VM is strangely slow, especially I/O. I don't know what they did there. I'm pretty sure this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this worked already 3 years ago. Is it legal? I mean, of course it's freaking legal. Like, what's wrong with freaking people? Like, why should it not be freaking legal to run your own OS on your own Apple Silicon? Like, dude. Unbelievable. It's like, dude, have you seen Ryzen for half the price? Yeah. What doesn't? GPU acceleration. I mean, it once worked. So, I mean, yeah. Thunderbolt. Yeah. Sound. There's working sound driver. But like, this is super old, right? This probably was written, 2 years ago. It should be way better. So, I probably should not even read this because I wanted to know what is the current state of freaking. Actually, we need to make our takeover look nicer. The installer already configures dual booting. Okay, but so that was not the case, obviously, 2.5 years ago. Can I dual boot? Yes. Dual booting only need to go out of your way to... What? You would need to go out of your way to erase, and it's not recommended to do so. Can I boot this purely? No. Yeah, because Mac Apple Silicon sucks. Okay, but how to freaking configure? I mean, dual booting, yes, but so the last time switching was super annoying, which is why I didn't do this in 3 years. So how are our builds doing? Okay, builds are building. Hey, shit worked. Okay, that's some progress. Not having to copy libraries anymore. That's a hot hack. If you watch this and if you vomit on your keyboard, seeing my hot hack here, like I hate CMake. Okay, like CMake is, if people hate automake, like CMake is literally worse. They set out. Like, I'm sorry to say it, a recurring theme here, broken record. They set out to make a better configure shit, and they made it an order of magnitude worse, right? Like, I don't understand what's wrong with people. I mean, yeah, native Windows binary, YOLO, whatever, but like, it's like, I'm sorry, hip laws, LT, I'm sorry, not sorry. It's like, yeah. Hotfix, what was it even? Hip plus LT, to find libdir for hip runtime or something that sort. I mean, that we even need to fit, like, this should like that is why we kind of nice things like the most trivial stuff does not just simply work. It's ridiculous. Okay, so was it not work plus? Work plus what even? What did we previously? Now we can also adjust that and see how much. So we had previously 80% of the shit built. It's just a clean rebuild of like fixing the last, or as good as we can. People being unsure whether running your own OS on legal. Yeah. I mean, also, like, I mean, I understand iPhone, but like, it should also, like, why should it? I mean, it's an absolutely disgrace. I probably should make more dedicated YouTube videos. It's an absolute disgrace that, like, that you cannot just install your own Linux or any other Haiku BSD on iPad and iPhone and stuff, like, and especially when not vendor supported anymore. It's ridiculous. Just need to check here what's going on here. Okay, Rock Blast. Probably I meant Rock Blast. So where are we? Here, still Rock Blasting. Oh, you got to be freaking 2 freaking hours. Are you freaking? Yeah. Can't even run. Installed Asahi on M1 Max maybe a year ago. Okay. And so far I remember the installer asked how split install was flawless and survived macOS update 2. Okay, my question is yes, of course. I mean, the only thing is like when I did this, like I did this so early, like maybe when it was barely working, like already. Yeah, obviously not 3D graphic, but so my coming to my point is, how do you change? Like, how do you change on boot what to boot? Because when I did this 2.5 years, like long time ago, like basically when Macan had this like 6 months or whatnot, when it was half a year old or so, I had to probably hold an option key, go to the rescue options or whatnot, recovery options or whatnot, and I had to type in there some stuff, or I don't even remember. So it was not like, because that is also a disgrace. Like, it's a total shame on Apple that it's not like Apple made this so shittily vendor locked in. It should have just been an option key pressing. Like for 25 years or so, it was like literally since the bloody New World PowerBook things that I collected behind me, it was always holding the option key and then showing all boot displays, right? And now it's, of course, security, integrity, protection shit of like just fucking the user of like, thank you very much for nothing. I have to long press power button and then you can select long press power button. Interesting. I'm not sure if that ever was like that. I don't know what. I think I had to, like in the early days, like maybe Apple improved something to make that little bit less. I mean, obviously people probably complained. I'm pretty sure I had to hold what? Did I had to hold shift? I think I probably had to hold some key and like to trigger the rescue option things. And then I'm pretty sure I had to type in some system integrity stuff and bootlock things of. Okay, long press power button. The question is how to configure this now that I have a 2-year-old thing. Maybe Vibe and Reasahi probably would be good. Like, it's a 2.5-year-old T2 install anyway, so yeah. Probably I was like, hey, we have at least some load on our 64 freaking RISC-V threads. So it's a thing. Okay, it still doesn't fully, for reasons. That's not ideal. Also, this builds, I mean, hopefully not 41 minutes. Yeah, test building is all of this. Like, why did I not previously patch this more? Because, like, have you seen the build times? And that is on 7950X. Also, like, which key even? I mean, maybe this stuff was previously not building. Composable kernel should be, though. Why does this not build? And that is similar to in the 2000s, right? When I had the first embedded customer, it's always like, why does this shit not just work? Like, dude, it's not my fault, right? Like, this stuff is upstream so, like, forever broken, incomplete, and stuff. And that is also why I partially stopped embedded Linux things 15 years ago, and mostly did our own things, because like I'm sick and tired of potential customers, whether embedded virtualization, is like, why do we need to pay for this stuff? Like, dude, because this shit does not just work. Yeah, but it works in Red Hat or stuff. Like, yeah, dude, because they spent like $100,000 in employee salaries to make this shit work and stuff. And it's like, dude. Composable kernels, like what's freaking now going on? But this should be hip platform, hip config platform. That does AMD. I don't understand. I thought I'm finally done, and now we have, of course, more things. Yeah, the serialized things here obviously don't really help. At least we have memory, so we're not getting this out of memory killed. By the way, Matic, I'm curious. By the way, what do you boot? T2 Linux on your Apple Silicon, and do you use the unisolated frame buffer stuff, or did you pull in patches for AGX DRM? And how much is your split between booting Linux and Mac OS, and which one do you like more for what? This built so long. I don't understand why this didn't just build yet. This should have built. Except maybe this is a fresh install and might. So I committed this, but maybe this is potentially limited by. Okay, it shouldn't. It's just actually it should only make it more work, but like this would be the. So the next T2 install will have that obviously fixed. So Rock Blast is still blasting. Wait, what? What failed there? Is it also? Don't tell me it also doesn't find its library. Wait, Control C? Wait, what? Did I Control C that in the wrong? Ah, damn it. Once working with professionals. So this should only make normal things work normally with our Clang, not necessarily fix that further. Let's see, so first this needs work. Also 3 hours is off. Why does this not work now? Unless it also needs. But so this was hip config platform. But that outputs AMD. I mean also AMD without like AMD without new line. It's ridiculous. Do we have both Symlink things? We have LVM, we have lib. Lib. LVM, bin. Okay, we have that. And the other was. We have both compatibility Symlinks, so. I don't understand. What was even the name of this stuff? Hip. Did I Control C that wrong? What? What do I always do there except pressing Ctrl C too much? It was work blast then. But what is with this composable kernel things? Yeah, so the problem is that it builds forever, right? Like even on like I have basically the highest, kind of sort of nearly highest performance RISC-V system you could possibly get, and it builds like forever, mostly due to single thread performance, right? But also like this code, obviously, like how long does it even run here? 4 minutes 10. Let's hope it. Yeah, we probably should also install a kernel that doesn't. Yeah. Okay, let's see. On this page, it says boot with power button held down, then pick which OS you want to boot. You can select holding down the option key in order to make it the default. Only installed ASI because I was curious, but I don't really use it. I use T2 on the MacBook and a VM under macOS. Install T2 native on the MacBook. Yeah, you probably could just take over. That's what we did. This install curl thing that at least makes it easier to take over ASI. So I think when I did this, when it was new, like when it was 6 months old, I'm not sure how much ASI installer there was. I think I did this pretty manually. But I think also the implementation details changed a little bit. Maybe when I did this, there was like some raw Linux, like booting Linux kernel, like GNU kernel thing. And since I think Apple changed this with the next major OS update for... Actually, I mean, yeah, they broke basically the Linux install, but they is like, yeah, better forward, like basically direct loading elf executable, like. But anyway, my point is it changed. It changed since I did that when it was new. How can shit build so long? 5 minutes. The problem sometimes is like, is it a bug or will it ever be? Yeah, we surely. I mostly use GCC, but we support Clang. Clang is not that much better. Like 15 years ago, when Apple kind of sort of made Clang big, Clang was like twice as fast as so, but now it optimizes. Now they added, for 15 years, they added more optimizations and bloat and stuff. Now it's as slow as GCC. And often, like GCC supports more architectures and more details, and maybe in the meantime, I think Clang is slower. Yeah, I mean, mostly. And basically, for me, GCC supports more architectures and it's faster and usually produces better. Similar, or I mean, yeah, sometimes they produce similar code now. Sometimes GCC is faster, sometimes Clang. We support both. I kind of also LVM became too big. Like we basically need to reinvent LLVM and Tiny, obviously. Because LVM too big, unfortunately. So, we made progress. Yay! All 64, a rare moment, 64 freaking threads fully loaded. A pleasure to see. Yeah, I wish it were always like this. Basically, we need embarrassingly parallel build systems and not the CMake and automake, like, nah. Okay, so what is going on with the other stuff? So that's still blasting. What could possibly be wrong with like this build previously? I'm so sick and tired. Like, why does this composable kernel thing not build anymore? Like, why does a tip compiler, like, why does this now say unknown? I don't understand. Unless, do we not have like hipcc or stuff? Has hipcc. Or, because this is a clean install and we recently fixed some libdir, like maybe something is really not installed correctly now. You can't mix this shit up. You fix one thing, you break another. So this is YAML now, because what does this? Didn't match Clang version. What is the problem here? Ah, here it wants AMD hip, like it fails with hip. Ah, you can't mix this shit up. Seriously? Seriously, it can't LDD find... Like, AMD installs the shit to opt ROCm, and then the shit by itself can't find AMD hip 64? Seriously? This is ridiculous. I guess we better copy this on the RISC-V system for a test. It's not the finest thing to do, but I want to see results. Patch welcome, right? If someone mess manager just wrote a ticket that we should add success to our software and edit the CEO to the notification list. Very funny. April 1st. ROCm. Can't mix the shit up. Let's add this to the to-do, otherwise we forget. Yeah, so the last things will be super annoying to fix, right? But first we need to earn some money with having AI showcase with RISC-V. And maybe what we, I mean, if we basically, and that's the thing, right? Like, why do you need people in a company? Basically, in the meantime, I kind of sort of need, I mean, we at this rate soon need more developers, and I need a full-time, like, Elon Musk and Trump government subsidy things of like basically full-time manager of getting into European sovereign tech shit, like with RISC-V and AI build out and stuff, which I'm not even interested to myself. Like I'm a doer and I'm a techie and a doer and not like writing, socializing there like some networking, subsidy networking things of or business use case things of, but that's part of business, right? Like you not like why are we not part of more European built up stuff? Because like we sit here and do tech things and not social engineer government subsidies, right? Fix AMD hip Clang -l op ROCm lib by default by itself or whatnot. It's like every shit you need to patch. It's like it's ridiculous. Oh, this still fails. That's not good. Oops. Was it this one? Now it fails differently. ROCm lib root things of doesn't contain hip runtime. CMake expected at. Why does it expect it now at lib? Are you freaking kidding me? Why is the ROCm root now that? Each build randomly fails. Like I'm. How to install T2 on Raspberry Pi leaf stream? Yeah, we will definitely do things. I mean, that's also where this basically we need to next make this take over better. Someone was it Kuluk, right? But yeah, it's basically so much, right? Like I do so much, and then like here's some detail, there's some detail, and like. But that's also even with Apple and Microsoft, it's always 90. Like basically, software never done. Like things amazing, and the last 10%. Someone like Foxtrot or Kuluk or someone wanted to add us to netboot XYZ or whatnot. Yeah, basically every embedded board a win. For the Raspberry Pi, it's mostly this bootloader stuff and GPU stuff. Have you had a chance to look at Algo for Linux? Not really. Looking forward to alternative to Rust as memory safe languages. Is that like an April's Fool stuff? But patches welcome. Basically, I'm not a fan. Please send patches. Is this also April Fool or I don't even know what anymore? I think someone in our Discord mentioned ROCm Road. Where even was it? Banana? I'm pretty sure. But the problem is often like search. Probably who might was it Foxtrot? I'm pretty sure someone mentions that. Why did it? I mean, so basically finding in Discord probably takes as long as just fixing this. Also, this is still freaking. Need to be careful. Oh, this is actually. Hey, look at this. We have full 64 load things of. No, 3 minutes here, 4 minutes there. Yeah, we need more speculative performance things and sync boost and yeah, basically we need 4 gigahertz, more out of order. It's like yeah, the only substitute for out of order is more out of order, and more execution units retiring stages, more speculation, more single core performance. I didn't expect. I thought we are done now. Like each time I build, every week now it's like, hey, we're finally done. It's like, yeah, shit falls apart again. But this is how low quality this release engineering is. ROCm root. So where does it freaking get this here of user share determine? Where does it get the ROCm root? Why does it ROCm determine 217? Where does it get this shit from? ROCm lib append solidyear append. Why is this? Hip compiler ROCm libs lib or lib-64. You better don't have another one. Thank you very much. If not, so which freaking deer are we? ROCm. If not hip compiler ROCm lib. ROCm versus ROCm. Okay, ROCm root versus Where is it coming from? Oh, this is also coloring from hell. It's not hip compiler. Then set to match 1. Found hip installation, CMake hip result, Clang. Maybe that is why it doesn't find its bloody lib. If that is off by 1 lib deer. Like, you can't make this shit up. Like, this shit is now off by 1 lib deer or what? Like, 2 weeks of work and like this lib deer is still not right. It's like what are those AMD boomers doing? Like, you had one job. Hip compiler results equal 0 and standard error matches found hip installation. Found hip installation in print targets. Hip compiler print effing targets. Or it's because it's using the Clang from the Symlink. Do I have this? Pentium Pro and freaking above. Are you freaking kidding me? Here. But it has found hip installation opt ROCm. It's opt ROCm and not like, why does it? Can't make this shit up. Is this a case of it should was it root? Set ROCm root to match 1. Like, this is such a cursed config language. Oh, that log has lib twice for the files it's trying. Yeah. I'm working on this. Hip config. By the way, what is ROCm mparse? Is this? I noticed that. That's what I'm debugging. I thought. Look, this says opt out like no new line. Like new line's too expensive for freaking AMD. Can't even afford new lines anymore. It somehow appends lib there. Or it's hopefully here, isn't it? No? What? Yeah, it's there. Man, what the bloody shit. The CMake stuff difficult, huh? If AMD if not CMake ROCm libs hip compiler ROCm root, I would CMake hip compiler, CMake hip compiler. Here, wait. CMake library architecture. Here they have. Oh no, they have lib. Why do this here is lib architecture? What if not set hips if hip architecture? For each dir in compiler ROCm libdirs. It should be here, huh? If exists dir CMake hiplang. What is going wrong here? And that is why I hate CMake, right? In libcard, yeah, lib, but that it tests both. Where is it hard coded? Do we need line numbers? So it does, unless this ROCm lib is set. But which line did it? It looks like, I mean, it looks like it tries those two, which is also like hilarious. It should like, it might be libx32, it might be lib32, it might be other cursing on MIPS or stuff. So previously, remember when, you know what, this accidentally worked. Like, we basically fixed that because, like, I mean, maybe they've, I mean, why did we fix it? Like, previously, this shit did install in lib64 lib. And I thought that's stupid. Like, why did we fix it? Ah, no. It actually, it installed in opt-ROCm lib. That is where it installed. Trace and trap the path changes. Yeah, I just like, I know there's some CMake trace shit, but like, this is so unintuitive that it's like good like running this, tracing this overly complex code. It's like what are our builds doing? Do they do anything? Rock Blast is still blasting. But you, okay, at least some, yeah, 18 minutes Clang stuff of... seriously? Wait, what? Rock Blast me? Right, this somehow didn't CMake. Rock Blast. Hey, 100% final link. It's better, hope for the best. Lib are hard-coded once, but 2 lines after that lib is hard-coded once more. That's the one I meant, but his camera is in the way. I don't know what it's doing. Camera's in the way. Here. No, but it's root, so somehow... This one you mean. But it's root lib. And that is somehow something, what does it even set that if... That, I've seen that, but I thought that is like GPU architecture, like GFX 500, because here that is another, that is HIP library architecture, and that is ROCm lib. Thanks, I realize this. I always hate when I have to go through my code when I rush. Oh, this shit must be... Yeah, thank you. It's absolutely annoying. It's driving me insane because, like, it should also not, like, it should be libdir, bindir. It shouldn't be randomly trying some things. It should have some libdir and, like, lib64 or libx32 or lib on MIPS, SGIO2, yeah, N32 and stuff. It shouldn't be. This will only work on some mainstream architectures. On some other non-mainstream configs, this will not even work. But I'm not even. Obviously, I'm not carrying on MIPS N32. But it should not try random shit, and it's trying some random shit, and it looks okay though. Why does it not? I mean, it must be doing something stupid. Obviously. Where did we found it? It should be here. If not HIP, it should save Z output, and that should have been CMake hip root, ROCm root. So ROCm, so that should be file to CMake pass hip compiler ROCm. This should be, I mean, maybe we should trace this shit. This should be opt ROCm. Should. So if not, this should be set. But if not, that's the same. It should have, I mean, what does it log as ROCm root? I mean, somehow it has ROCm root as lib. Like, why would it do that? 217. But this is later, right? If not, CMake hip compiler ROCm lib. Then it has here ROCm root, ROCm root. Why does it ROCm root as lib? It doesn't match with what I see here. It should do vprint targets and match found hip installation. Clangs, yeah. And that found it has here opt ROCm. Unless if what happens if we run this from this cursed compatibility symlink crap here? If we run it from here, where was it here? If we run it from here, what happens then? Oh, look at this. If you run this from the shit symlink, it has actually opt ROCm lib. Can you believe? Oh, damn it. Fuck you, bloody AMD boomers. Like, okay, that's the issue. Like, it determines this from, or it removes, okay, it somehow removes. Okay, you know what we should do? We should get rid of this stupid, why did we even do this? We only did this for the shitty Python code, right? Where they had this hard-coded. Where was the other? The other was this one here, right? Oh, look at this. So this LVM bin at least doesn't have this prefix here. I think what we want to do is we want to, I mean, obviously we want to get rid of this shit here in the long term. So let's delete that. What we only did this to satisfy some weird Python hiccup shit. Okay. We need to get rid of this anyway, so the sooner the better. How did this work the other days? Probably this worked the other day with I built some stuff and it built, and then some other Python virtual env didn't find opt ROCm lib LVM bin stuff, and I created the symlink. So probably we first built some stuff, and then we added the symlink on demand when other random shit failed. And it's like, and that is why we can't have nice things. The best 10x engineers in the world waste their time with pointless Silicon Valley influenced cursedness. So what's this is still freaking linking for how many minutes? Seriously, 25 freaking minutes linking shit. Man, why do we and sponsor, like, how is LVM ROCm, how is Llama ROCm going? It's like, it's linking. Do you have a faster RISC-V system? I mean, ideally we should cross-compile this, but given how cursed this shit is, I don't even want to think about cross-compiling this. I mean, it should be possible, but just give me faster RISC-V systems, right? This on a Raspberry Pi 5 will not be fun. I guess I need to dual boot I get my dual booting M1 Max out, which is anyway, I mean, win-win. Like, The sad thing is there's so much possibility for really Linus. I need to build a René Tech Tips empire. I need editors. Can you not share, like, subscribe more? Like, but that's also the chicken egg problem, right? Can't basically. I mean, yeah. Basically, I need to invest to grow. I mean, yeah. The only basically. Otherwise, I will do this here mostly alone for another year until basically we need to grow. The only substitute for making the shit better is grow, and I need people to do this stupid stuff, or basically, I mean, maybe I should take this unsolicited applications for intern, like, hey, I want to do a university internship. It's like, yeah, I don't have infrastructure for that. Maybe I should take this free labor more seriously, like Elon Musk would do, or Linus Tech Tips. Yeah, because the thing is, basically 2 hours of... I wouldn't even want to live stream that, because like YOLOing cursing and with my personal M1 Mac thing is also showing on my personal data and Apple ID and boot shit. Like, basically I rather do this in peace and harmony and not break my M1 Max installation thing. How to implement read-only paths? Very broad question. But basically there's I basically should do better 10-minute YouTube things of how to dual boot Apple Silicon and stuff, and how to basically getting like 10-minute getting started with, like, this is I'm obviously aware. I always said this. I always said like this 2 hours, 8 hours, 11. Remember the 11-hour packaging 100 new KDE dependencies. K indoor shall I mention K indoor hours or whatever? K opening hours. K indoor maps was it? You could supervise bachelor, master thesis. We did a lot of my older. Yeah, but the time consuming, right? I'm not really want to supervise unless they do their stuff themselves, and I don't really need to do this because like my time is I need to be more efficient. Like, this is, I mean, thankfully to Deep Computing that sponsors this build out here, but like it's a whole freaking lot of work, you all. So let's see. I hope this message find you well in good health. My name is from Capital, based in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. We are specialized in financial lending. Wonderful. Spam. If I would get $1 for every stupid email, then that might be the same. Actually, can we in parallel load this RISC-V ripper here better? And is this probably the same? Okay, let's. I guess then. Okay, let's first build this, because did this fail the same on the RISC-V ripper of? Oh, this started to build for some reason. Maybe because I didn't have the Zimlink yet. I mean, yeah, pro tip, don't add Clang Zimlinks all over. Like, not in lib, not in ROCm, not in... Yeah, nowhere. Like, don't clutter. Pro tip, have binaries at the same... And that's the thing, right? This corporate Windows boomers come to Linux, is like, yeah, let's add... Like, why would you even do this? I never had the need to add strange Zimlinks all over my file system. I don't understand this. Okay, so we have some stuff building. We have, like... Also, people always like, how do I know this stuff? Because that is what I did for 25 years. Like, make shit work. And it's like, that is that thing. That is this thing. Because, like, my brain is full with accumulation of, like, GNU cursedness, Linux kernel It's like, how much slower estimate QEMU compared to native installation on... initially it was okay. Like recently, I don't know what it is. Somehow my T2 VM became really slow. I didn't benchmark it precisely. Maybe mostly I/O. I don't know what Apple... I mean, it could also be QEMU updates. Also, I did not natively boot T2 in 2 years because as I said, I always had to go to the rescue recovery and type there some stuff in the terminal or whatnot. So currently it's much slower. I don't know, like currently my T2 QEMU VM, for reasons I don't know, is probably 10 times slower than it initially was. But I did not run OpenSSL bench and check if it's purely CPU, purely I/O. Like, I don't know. Like currently it's strangely slow. But the thing is also like never touch a running system. Like basically that is my macOS software building and whatnot support thing, and that is why I can't randomly brick the shit. That is why basically it works. It works for merging some pages from email and stuff and checking some things. But like, and initially it was. This is even with I/O running on the partition. That is not even QCOF or other file system I/O stuff. That is with raw file system on dev, RDisk, whatnot, partition stuff. So yeah. So I/O. My point is I/O should be fast, but somehow isn't. Oh, this also links. Can we freaking finish linking? 32 freaking. Like, will this even ever terminate? Are you making progress linking this shit, Clang? Are you okay? So I need to be careful not to control C in this. Okay. Then Clang. Clang. I mean Llama CPP. Actually, wait, this was a hip target, right? Did it? So they said actually we should test builds this. Alright, all we wanted was examples, and all we got was the stuff not building, right? So wait, why does this not... Did we really control C in a bit moment there? This build's so freaking long. Yeah, 100 freaking... AMD specifies... I mean, that is in essence the summary why we can't have nice things and why I want a great reset, right? I mean, that is the most bloated software shit ecosystem. I mean, this is literally worse than Rust and Cargo. Like, that shit builds like for hours. Like, especially if you enable everything. I mean, this stuff builds in only 20 minutes here and only 20 minutes there because we only build 2 GPU architectures. If we would build more, it would build in 1 hour. Like the 20-minute build things they built on a 7950X with 96 gigs of memory, it builds in 1 hour 20, right? Like with only 2 or 3, with like GFX 9 and GFX 10. Somehow GFX 9 super slow for some reason. That's basically why we can't have nice things, right? It's this is so ridiculous. Also, maybe. So this is a relatively new VM. Yeah. Yeah. 6 60. Load of 60. What could possibly go wrong? Ah, shit, you know what? We might run out of memory in this VM. Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. I built this on the fastest available RISC-V system. But yeah, that's what Intel and AMD is. The one thing Intel and AMD and ARM somewhat, Ampere, Ultra and stuff somewhat dominates. Like in some years, this single thread performance stuff of RISC-V will be better. I always said the startups need to reinvent all the out of order execution stuff and that in a hopefully formally verified stable means. I mean, it's one thing of implementing out of order execution. It's one thing of doing it 100% right, which even AMD and Intel, as we know, all the speculative marginalities. Plus, of course, implementing it. So people are like, yeah, just implement this. Like, it's not that easy, right? It's heavily patented by not only Intel and AMD, but ARM and others, Qualcomm. And even IBM, PowerPC, Sun, Spark, Oracle and stuff. And all the other CPU vendors. And so all the RISC-V startups do not only need to reinvent the out-of-order, embarrassingly massively wide execution speculation game, but without mostly trying to violate all the existing patent minefields out there, right? Like, can we hear finally freaking... I want freaking results. 100 threads, not enough. 100 threads, not enough. Can't make this shit up. I mean, I don't understand what is so difficult to optimize this GPU stuff. I don't understand what they are doing. This is outright ridiculous. Okay, let's see then. HIP. So how do we want to do that? HIP backend. By the way, I probably should add a eBay search. I mean, or just order it from. Who would not want a more thread thing here, right? I know people in Germany who have one. They probably just brought it on AliExpress in China or stuff. Okay, GGML, so that is HIP CXX. Alright, okay. Let's wire that up in a second. Is there any for sale? So if you don't know what that is a Chinese CPU, a GPU. It is said that they licensed. I mean, it's a little bit unclear. I think Imagination Tech officially said they licensed some Imagination Tech, so I'm a little bit. I don't really quite understand. Where to buy? AliExpress, of course. 650 freaking. Are you freaking kidding me? More threads as 80. So yeah, I'm not buying this for freaking 650. Like, that's crazy. It's not like, yeah, for 100 I would take it, but not for 700 something. Okay. Will we finally... What's going on here? 40 freaking minutes. I should have... Hello, do you use Linux? We don't use Linux, we are Linux. We are Linux and build Linux. 25 Linux distribution, one of the best. We are Linux. We make Linux. Sorry, I cannot help with Linux. I don't use Linux. I only use... By the way, I can only... I don't use other Linux. I only use T2 Linux, so I mean, maybe some of the people can help here. Maybe you can use a Hetzner Cloud Ampere instance thing. And thanks for the suggestion. Like, I need help with install. I'm sorry, we are not a Linux install channel. We are a Linux hardcore low-level development channel. But you're welcome. Thanks for sharing and subscribing, and you probably learn a lot. And maybe some other people, I just can't help everyone install Linux. As much as I would want, I can't. But you can join our Discord. Like, we certainly, if you may, I can't promise, but if you Patreon, and because there is a Discord join link things of here, Patreon here, for a dollar appreciation things of a token of token of appreciation, maybe we can make a Linux support installation. Maybe people in the community would want to help you. Okay, so that is Ryzen. I always get confused with my prefix binding series. So let's CPP. Let's okay, I guess it's time to migrate this stuff to a conf file, because that's getting too much. And multi-line conditionals we can't nicely do here. If package installed, then look at that, slightly more readable here. Because, so what do we have? I don't know if you can build multiple. We have to see. Basically that, and basically, so if package installed some ROCm core or whatnot, then hipcc things. Let's see. Okay, most of the stuff we don't need. Then, damn it. Just some H. Then hip cxx, let's see if that works. Hip pass things. No need to backslash escape here. So this we don't do like this. We do vrt2 and we do var append CMake opt targets. So hip on targets. So we have an AMD GPU targets for that. That is named ROCm arches. Of course, what the user configured, and that also we don't need. Look how beautiful this Linux is. If that ain't beauty. We also need, I think we need this quotes here to quote the semicolon, and look at that. If that ain't beautiful, that I don't know what is. We might need to export that if the make files use it. So if the CMake, yeah, okay, so they do that here, so we export that. That is why they have the, so that here, in my opinion, this example would be slightly better export. Like, this is a little bit error prone here. Yeah. But so let's see, cannot find things of yada yada. So searching directory things on arch release things of, okay, let's see. Let's see what happens. Can't do more harm than not build. New conf file there, and Let's see if this stuff outputs the right things. You never know. Device not found. What? It's off to a good start. You know what? This stupid thing needed this. Okay, let's patch this shit once and for all. This shit needed this bloody Symlink. AMD boomers at work. Like, yeah, that is American redneck engineering. So that's like missing some quotes. And what would I do without you? Yeah. Let's patch the zip config once and for all. That is where the Symlink madness came from. Now that I see this, I remember, unfortunately. Also, what is RISC-V Ripper doing? 46 freaking minutes! You had one job. The thing is, we might... also, I pressed here, focus wrong. We might hit compiler bugs and this shit might never terminate if we are unlucky. Yeah. Maybe I need to contact Hetzler. Maybe I need to social engineer Hetzner into donating us Ampera Ultra CPU cycles. Yeah, 100 threads and 240 gigabyte, not enough to build the shit, you all. So you're saying quotes of... Really? Here. Yes, here. Thank you. That's probably right. Some quotes in convopt, yeah. If you're wondering what this is a delimiter. This could also be semicolon, comma, stuff like that, but it's space separated, right? If the T2 core developers, if you didn't know, that is what delimiter you want to append their bars together. So where is the shit hip config thing coming from? Hip config in... And that is why we are... It doesn't look fastish, but we are embarrassingly multitasking, right? We are test building shit the 5th time on x86, AMD 64, Ryzen 700X. We are test building on RISC-V Ripper, like building... we thought we are in production. We're not yet in production. Random shit still going AMD's random way. Then where is it coming from? What is this thing even doing? Hip config Perl. What you doing? Include pause things. Lib. I have no idea what you're doing. Hip clang pause. At least, what was it? -L, -R, -R. What is this stuff doing? strace, execve, follow children. What do? You do sh, you do straight ROCm lib LVM clang. Wonderful. Yeah, where did it come from? hipcc. Okay, let's t2 inst no clear source verbose hipcc again. What is our compose? How can shit build so freaking long? How? Is there a bug, you all? Do we build again for all freaking... Don't tell me we use the wrong... For which arch do we build? Oh, look at this. We build for all arches. It looks we supply the wrong... Like, every effing thing here has the bloody different... Okay, this will build probably for hours. We can good that we... can't make this shit up. Waiting for paint to dry. Man, what a waste of CPU cycles. Pure electrons. I feel sorry for this electron spinning in circles here. Why are Windows gaming, laptops, drivers, compatibility, so dog shit? tripping, giving black screen. People also YOLOing high power. Like it's not probably not. I mean, look at this engineering. It's just low quality engineering all over the place. And that's what I also don't buy gaming. Like, don't buy gaming, like, because they quickly YOLO stuff together and like, and then AMD's and Intel's low quality engineering. Yeah, that explains why it was estimated to build in 3 hours. When I say it's a cursed boomer code base, I mean it's a cursed boomer code base. Like, basically, we need not only to write a tiny LVM, we also need to write a tiny GPU compiler. Like, you can't tell me that the stuff cannot be built faster than in 3.5 hours. CMake stuff of GPU targets. Now this is freaking GPU targets. Are you freaking kidding me? Because I SED'd wrong. I SED'd some. And that is what I mean. In every effing project, they use something effing different. Like, why can they not AMD? Why can you not, in all of your projects, use one freaking var? Like, every freaking bloody project has here a bloody different var. And I SED'd some because I thought, like, naturally, I assumed they are wrong. Which one was I building? Did I control C this wrongly? Yeah, what's not tested is broken. And when you quickly change, when you quickly, surely they all, yeah, no, it's this too. Man. Targets in, what was it logging this as this? What? I wanted in case independent. Actually, we can GFX in somehow like targets, like -I targets. Maybe with a colon. Targets, some colon somewhere. Look at that rocker runtime is also targets too many. And hip cup also. I think maybe. That's how you efficiently do shit, right? Not with a bloody IDE, but knowing your Unix foo. It's like rocker runtime. Oh, we don't specify targets here even. Look at that. Okay, but that doesn't build that long. What was the other? Okay, so all the others we don't touch because, like, I touched all of them the other day, like, because at midnight yesterday or so, or on Sunday or whatever, I was like, I mistyped this. It's in not GPU target. Naively, I thought like GPU targets, like, because I was working on some packages that was AMD GPU targets. It's just like, dude, how could I copy and paste this? Turns out I did not copy and paste this wrong. They really use 3 different freaking quality engineering at its finest. It's like, yeah. Good. So it's like nothing like drinking coffee at 8 because cold coffee at 8 because like 2 freaking hours later we're getting somewhere. But that's double, triple, like building it 4 times in 2 weeks is not enough. You still find bugs because not even my skills. I mean, after 25 years, I should have known at midnight, nah, I didn't copy paste this wrong. They really use so many different variants of GPU targets. But like, yeah, a little bit skill issue of like I didn't double. Like basically even myself, senior engineer, SED all over, like in place SED substitute all over the place because surely that was a typo. It's like, no, it wasn't. Yeah, 30 minutes, 40 minutes wasted with pro tip, double, triple check, and yeah. Especially when shit builds like forever. Like basically Rockblast, like do we have the same issue here again of like how long does it freaking link? Like one freaking oh. Did this terminate after 40 minutes? Because this is 4 minutes, right? Or is it 4:27? 4:30? Yeah. Because we had here a 40-minute running job, right? I think we made progress on the RISC-V Ripper Rock. Yeah, like 100%, like we probably linked here something. But here we built with the, you see AMD freaking GPU targets. This is mind-blowingly stupid. And this is not a new, like if this would be a but even if it would be a brand new, I as a project manager, I would insist that all use the same configuration targets. Like which sane person over 5+ whatnot years would use in every bloody project some other bloody shit? It's ridiculous. It's mind-blowingly ridiculous. Silicon Valley quality, what should I say? Plus outsourcing. Outsource Silicon Valley code quality. When the project managers go golfing and take influences instead of their shit. The base things, the targets seem to be reasonable default to me. Which base? Our 2 or which one? Everything just... Yeah, everything just works after we fixed it for 2 weeks. Yeah. And this explains why why are we the first to make the shit work on RISC-V and R-Core RISC machines of ARM64 fame, because like, yeah. 10, 11 things... These are the 2 ones I have in there, right? I'm not sure. I thought I need 1031 or whatnot, but that didn't build with one. Like we will see. It's basically the 2 main cards I currently have until we stock more, like until we hyperscale our data center. We will see. But then hopefully it is a reproducible 1-button rebuild in superior T2 Linux, made in freaking Europe with quality and not like. Not drunk under influences. Good. What RISC-V Ripper doing? That's the freaking linking. Probably linking another 40 minutes. Also, pro tip: if you would have fully parallel makefile shit, we would be done already, and not like single-threadedly bottlenecking here on linking shit for 40 minutes. So, standard freaking PC thing of. Good. We wanted. What do we have here? We have here hip architectures. Examples. So that didn't. Yeah. So T2CI, that one here. Fix composable. Also typo. You know what typo? All that copy and paste. All this can we have? Nah. Somehow whatever you copy here. Fix that. I think I broke it. Fix composable kernel. You don't fully see that for newly offset. Fix composable kernel. Thing DNA2, which one reasonable? Maybe please confirm if that is what we built as fix composable kernel. What was it? GPU to again, I think I broke this, something of, it's like, yeah, one project this, one project that. Bam. So examples. What was our examples? Did we even? But it's, I mean, I think with this too, it should build in 20 minutes. What do we only built this for 9 minutes? Nah. Yeah, you need to double check everything. No, not guessing, not 40 freaking %, you all. Nah. Okay, T2 in ROCm examples. Also, did I control C them, or what's with them, or did they build? Also, what's RISC-V Ripper doing? RISC-V Ripper is linking. Yeah, 10 minutes and going. I think the other linked for like 45 minutes. Like, and if it would have done it in parallel, we would be done already. Thank you very much for CMake quality things. Right, we wanted to fix this hip shit. Like, why does this do that here wrong? Okay, we wanted to fix this hip CC actually. I forgot about this already. Like, so much shit, I forget this already. So much stuff to fix. So that is, where could this be? Find name hip config. AMD hip CC hip config. What do they link in here of hip bin? They must have somewhere. What did they had hard coded there? Hip config. Was it R? So it was lib LLVM. Do they hard code this here somewhere? Hip Clang pass. Look at this shit. You can't make this shit up. I don't know what they drink there, but like, this tap water must not be good for you. What even was this curse path? Lib LLVM here. What do you even do there? Populate Clang passes. Envar things. Hip Clang pass. Env. Why do you freaking do that here? Is Windows? Like, if Windows, like, what the fuck? You had one, like, on, if Windows do it sanely, if not Windows do shit. Like, what freaking is freaking wrong with you? Man. And people, this hurts so much. It hurts so much. It is so dumb, it hurts. God, makes this, yeah, typo. It's like they explicitly make it shitty. What is wrong with you? Plus my typing also, like, I'm just like, after 2 weeks of this shit, I really have enough of this shit. Let's see if that makes some shit work. Hip CC, force rebuild, do it. Like, tell me. Wow, Windows being sane should actually, yeah, I mean, at least for AMD, it's like, it would have just worked, but no. Also, like, which Linux system has, like, even they... I mean, sometimes I'm not sure if this boomer corporate Linux people, like, do they actively break shit just so that other distributions don't support this? Like, wait, why does this no file to patch? What? Maybe because maybe we change early into We built in here somewhere. I think we need this prefix because we change early into hipcc. Of course we do, because their source tables are also cursed. But why should it not be cursed? Can't make this shit up. It's ridiculous. Like, why we can't have nice things part 1001. Okay, we built something, then hip config -r. Please tell me you work then. Also, what is RISC-V Ripper doing? Yeah, 50 minutes linking. Oops, I pressed your... like, give me all that. It doesn't even fit all the threads. I wish I had no black screen. What do you mean with black screen? Black screen on what? We have 0 frame source, so I mean that is building ridiculously long. Rockler bin opt ROCm bin, is that correct or not? I don't even know. This looks strange. Does this patch changes this, but not... I mean, on the other hand... I mean, maybe we need to patch one more thing. This doesn't look correct. Can't make this shit up. This is embarrassingly stupid. The craziest thing is, doing this for 2 weeks... I mean, it takes so long because it builds forever. I was like, somehow it wants to build GFX 906. Okay, let's try to build this llama file. But I think this is, or let's double check with this llama file. CPP. So that should have a -l Clang, but that looks wrong. -r, not capital R. Okay, that looks correct, I would say. It's like new line. Like, how can they not have a effing new line there? Like, this triggers me so much. 5 years in the making, and like, how can shit like this only looks so shit here because like normally people print out a bloody new line. Oh. I think I need influences. So wait. Actually, this is correct as this L. Actually, we use it here. Whatever this L stands for. Actually, this is somehow okay. This actually will work. Okay, and actually, I take this back. This works now. I mean, I don't take back that it's cursed and broke. Okay, llama CPP. T2 install force that with verbose so that we see all the cursedness and brokenness. Give me just hip. Hey, 0 frames. As soon as you complain to the press that your internet isn't working, it works better. Oh. Let's hope that is new enough for hip. Do we have hip here somewhere? Are we hip already? Hip No hip? Not sure if we hip. Did we even, or maybe we tested the wrong, did we run? No, we didn't. We didn't run this hip. Ah, this still builds. Are you freaking kidding me? 81 freaking %. You can't mix this build times up. Maybe we tested on the wrong package. Actually, we could like hip CC, right? It needs hip CC. Maybe we don't have ROCm. Actually, a typo. But we could basically hip CC. This is even easier. Because it needs hip config, so basically... let's do this again. Package installed. How many typos can I have in there? Package installed. Please tell me we hit now. AMD GPU failure. Git repository thing. There is adding GPU backend variant arch hip. Detecting ABI. Skipped hip compile features. By not providing hip plus CMake in project task seems to find thing hip plus, but CMake did not find. Do we not have hip plus yet? I'm not sure. We built so much stuff. What could hip plus? Let's maybe dry run. Not that we didn't have that for some reason. Maybe. Rock solver. Oh man. Did I control C them all wrong? Oh, we need to fix this bug. Seven minutes. Oh my goodness. Okay, actually maybe I control C this. Let's see if that configures the right targets, if it needs any targets. Has targets? Does it do targets? I'm not sure if it even uses this, to be honest. Because it doesn't print this out. Do we supply this and it's not using this? Or some sub-project using that? Questions over questions. Package installed I already fixed, right? This was from some minutes ago. Yeah, crazy workload. But we're getting there. I mean, that's the difference between hacking it and fixing like HipCC, like fixing the last stupidity to make it really great. So let's HipCC hotfix stupidity. HipCC. Fix HipCC config to return actually working Clang path. Sys. Yeah, we have a load of 60. You know what? Did I not suspend this? Wait, was I building? Wait. We have two stopped. I was freaking building that. That's not ideal. I suspend. Why does this fail now? Too many errors? You know what? This was probably, we should also fix this. This fails if, due that stupid bug. This fails without GFX9 selected. I'm not even kidding. Yeah, so many things like, yeah, but we're getting there. The last stupid things, like AMD corporate code. You can select GPU architectures. Every project needs another snowflake name for that, and if you don't select the right ones, it might not build. It's Russian AMD. It's Silicon. It's not Russian roulette. It's AMD Silicon Valley roulette, of which variants may or may not build. Linking for 24 minutes. Thank you very much. But where are the squilli? I should tweak those build times to be as accurate as possible. Let's see if I have influences. I think for making this shit work, I deserve some drugs too. Right, I remember some week ago I brought not paid advertisement Störtebecker. Let's see, never had this. Brause-Spezialitäten Überseepilz. Hopfig herb. I guess. Let's take the good drugs out. Silicon Valley ain't have that. Actually, it's pretty nice. It was expensive, but it's nice. Yeah. If the Americans can do drugs, we can do even drugs we do better. Just shouldn't drop my beer on the floor. So, what's going on here? Oh, 30 minutes, freaking 25 minutes. Yeah, they said they made superior build systems that can't build stuff in parallel. Where were we? We are waiting for this. Okay, what we should do is we should actually fix also this. Because, so, the thing is, if we enable GFX9, it builds like twice or 3 times as bloody long. And we obviously don't want that. So, the question is, can we easily fix that? So that's a bloody profiler. Can't make this shit up. Like, how should I even? Like, they should obviously pay me for fixing this nonsense. I mean, by the way, do we even need this? Can we disable this profiler? Set up components at subdirectory. Here's actually, here. Here is if use codegen and matches GFX9. What do you mean GPU targets or? What do they mean with? Wait, why is this so strange? GPU targets matches or GPU arch? What do they mean with that? We could basically move that in here of profiler currently only if like we build GFX9. because like this bloody profiler. I mean, we might, but yeah, basically, look, let's try this. I don't need the profiler now. I make the basic things work for now. This is below my pay grade. Like, AMD needs to seriously sponsor us to fix this more. Like, let's see if they do. They have more I mean, I can't guarantee this will work. Library CK unless, or is setup components. The question is here's examples. Does it need to be? Maybe this needs to be like that. I don't know. Maybe. Let's see what it does. Yeah. Unfortunately, we need to rebuild all this crap. That is really annoying. Because how long did it composable? Yeah, 22 freaking minutes to fail. Bloody hell. Can't make the shit up. Yeah, I mean the good thing is it was on our to-do. Like but like why? Like did nobody at AMD like also like they only support some architecture? I mean, okay, maybe they always build like all the shit for all the architectures they support. But then it was like we're not supporting some Snowflake architectures, but like it doesn't build with GFX 9. It's like, oh, you had one job. You've had one job and everything else in between fails. It's speechlessly 30 freaking minutes. I mean, like yeah, 3 hours here, 3 hours there at the end of the week. That's how you. I have a matching song for that. Not a paid advertisement. Also, shit, I shouldn't open it like this to get random YouTube shit. The matching song for situations like this. Carl Vreeland. Stay drunk with me. It's like, yeah. If Silicon Valley throws boomer code on you, then obviously, right? Why is it so quiet though? Somehow that is not very loud. Compile faster. We need.
So bring me my wine.
Yeah, bring me my beer. To watch. Bring me my beer to watch American Boomer Code build for me. I guess I need a guitar in the office. Man, you can't make this build times up. You already need liquid bread to survive this. So, rock solver is rock solving. Probably load 60. Is there, by the way, is there kernel to update? No. Is there random pharaonic stuff too? Like build times, like random shit we could do. Nah, few things longer. What is that even about? How high disgusting? What even? DRM. This shit. Thank you very much. Yeah. Linux kernel quality engineering. Goodness, not. We should tweak those build times to reflect default selection things. Man. You had one job. And I want to see AI on RISC-V. Oh man. 34 freaking minutes. Why did the llama file sting? Alright, the llama file failed due to rock blast, which needs... You know what, oops. Nothing like fat fingering here. Control seeing that again. Let's suspend that. We need probably all the... this doesn't build in parallel for... Seriously? Seriously? You had one job, and that was compiling the shit as quickly as possible. Rock solver. What is that shit doing? Oh, it's linking. Yay, it's linking. Did someone try Evan Bolt optimize? No, not really. Wonder make noticeable. Probably not. Like everything, like twice, like 4%. 4% here, 5% there it's not. That's also why I didn't purchase a 9950X yet. At a minimum, I would need to go for 9950X 3D, unfortunately. Like 20% minimum, like best 50%, or you will not really. Like this micro optimizations mostly, yeah. But you can try, and patches welcome, right? Like I did package Bolt, and like more improvements, obviously. Like the more patches and improvements, the better. That is still freaking linking. Although we need to be a little bit careful of not running out of memory. Because like, yeah, memory use 45 gigs. Because linking here, like once we had the shit, like I already assigned like 80 gigs or so of memory to this VM because it is for stability and stuff, reproducible reasons, building in a QEMU KVM. Like, yeah, I'm not joking. Like AMD literally, AMD ROCm Git stuff, right? And AMD literally, hey, you need 500, like this default stuff or all or default stuff, you need 500 freaking CPU. And with that, they mean approximately 500. They probably mean like linearly. Like if you run one state-of-the-art AMD CPU, you need 500 hours. So like they're parallel split on 128 or 256 threads, right? And that are state-of-the-art epic thread wrapping Ryzen build hours. So multiply this by 10 for like not yet epic RISC-V performance. How can shit optimize a link? That is probably not even like it's freaking 8 minutes linking on Ryzen 7950X. I was like, why does it link like for like 45 freaking minutes on RISC-V Ripper? It's like, yeah. Oh, did this just like did we had two? Did one just finish after 7 freaking minutes? Like, how can software be so bloated to link on for 8 freaking minutes on? So I clicked this wrong. Q. The problem is the more I fat finger here, the faster I break the shit. Usually, 7 freaking. You had me at okay, we probably could what's RISC-V Ripper doing? Not much. Linking for 40 minutes. Congratulations. The bloated future is freaking no. Let's rebuild. Do we have what was the compatibility link? It was opt ROCm. Was it that one here? I think it was this one here, right? Let's rebuild this with our fix. Oh, 14 freaking minutes. Yay. But we need blast, right? So hit blast, how long would that build? I think it was hit blast, right? It's like the... hit blast, okay. By the way, do we have here cache updates for hip blast and rock solver? No? Like, I'm after build time. Do we have here more accurate build time in some way, shape, or form? Not really the most, maybe. I mean, maybe a little. But I guess not really verse or... I mean, you know what? Any more accurate build time, probably. I mean, probably it's still not totally, but probably in the right direction. Slide to... I mean, do I have here... what was it? Rock? Ah. Drunk already or just tired? Slightly. No, that's slightly more accurate rock solver and rock plus cache build times or whatnot. Just maybe to display. So, llama. Do we have that there or llama here somewhere? Okay, let's type this again. Verbose force llama cpp. Let's see. Show me freaking llama thing with ROCm, please. Rock hip. It did something. It did something. Hip object. It tips. It tips something. Yay. It only took 2 weeks. Running a Linux distribution as a hobby in your basement. Totally easy peasy. Yeah, but I'm not amused. Like I'm already on 7950X. I'm not amused. I think we are fully loaded. It's like, has someone good contacts to the hardware industry? We need. Hey, this RISC-V ripped in just 1 minute. Something. Oops. Hey, that is slightly more accurate. I mean, I'm not sure about this stuff here, but I don't know. Is it rock GDB? Is that a thing? Hip CC of rock GDB? Not sure what's with this rock GDB. Actually, we could check. Deb debug hip CC. What did that do with rock GDB? Bin LD? That's somehow strange. Why has rock GDB op bin LD? Huh? That is somehow not ideal. But that's my least worry. Like basically, maybe not this, maybe that, maybe slightly. So we started March 9th? Like, is it 3 weeks already or what? It feels like 2 weeks. Yeah. So that we need for the past nonsense. But we're getting there. I mean, every iteration gets a little bit cleaner. This shit is still linking. You can't mix this shit up. I mean, the last time I saw 45 minutes, like maybe it comes to a freaking end. And that is, ladies and gentlemen, of course I have the nearly fastest consumer Ryzen. Of course I have a Power 8. Of course I have a Sun T4-2. Of course I have 100 online threads if I want to. But like, on the fastest, like $2,000, $3,000, 64 freaking epic RISC-V thread ripping, embarrassingly parallel, and like this shit links for 45 freaking minutes. Like, just get faster CPU. Like, juice, it's the freaking fastest. Like, sure, is it record-breaking RISC-V fast? Not yet. It's not yet record-breaking thread ripping. At least not single-core boosting. But like, software should not be that bloated. Like, this is everything how software freaking should not be. I mean, starting from the build system, that it takes 3 weeks to debug package mostly and test build and stuff, and so my mouse gets clicked now. Okay, so what's Ryzen doing? Okay, so if we build this stuff with ROCm, then llama file instantly, like, nah, I need forever. Hey, it does something. I wonder if it will freaking work. And the crazy thing is, then people like Musk and Trump come and like the Silicon Valley all-nighters. Of course I have done all-nighters. When I was a student, I was compiling this shit. I told the story already. When I was a student 20 years ago, or no, 15 years ago, I was making myself older than not a boomer yet. That is with this all-nighter culture. I don't want to pull all-nighters here, right? I don't want to sit here. Not when I was a student, not now. Like, people writing the most cursed, buggy software and build system shit, and did I say CMake and LVM and shit? Like, I don't want to sit here for 3 weeks and for some little donations of make all this. And people for 20 years don't believe me that it takes, like, it's just open source, it's just some packages there. Yeah, it's just some open source packages that are all cursed, full of bugs and with the craziest explicit Linux YOLOing. And then it's like, yeah, just pull some all-nighters. Like, no, I want to sit with, I want to also enjoy Sun systems. The Sun, my kids, my friends, my family. It's like, people should, like, this is an absolute time-wasting culture of like everything low quality, and now comes this wipe coding shit of like not knowing what we're doing, but some AI generated some random shit. Like, thank you very much. But hey, can you believe T2 CI, 3D cache, lamar CPP, bam, AMD ROCm enablement, just like freaking that. On RISC-V and ARM. Had to clean my nose. T2 Linux says, I made the joke earlier. I didn't really have time for jokes. I would want to register A1 AI Linux for AI A1 Linux or stuff. But basically, I'm so busy. I made one tiny joke. I mean, theoretically, it would have been cool if we uploaded the AI music. Like, it's a fence running. I wonder what also. I made a tiny April Fool's joke in the earlier stream of like, hey, Linux is so buggy, I switched to Windows. Otherwise, I would like but basically, I've no time. Like, basically, no time for jokes. I can't doom and joke scroll all day like other CEOs. I would have been cool in a non April's Fool's joke of having our release online, but so I loaded our AI music to CD Baby for publication through all the music syndication and stuff, streaming and purchase and things. Unfortunately, this is like a 5 to 10 business days review process, and I uploaded it on Saturday or so, or Friday, no Saturday. Yeah, would have been cool, but I'm not even sure. Like, you have to pay to even initiate that. It's like, stuff coming potentially, but that's not an April Fool. Like, I hope they approve this. Some people said they're not okay with AI music, but I scrolled or controlled F through their terms of service, and I didn't find AI, artificial intelligence. So I'm not really sure. So it might be rejected. I don't know. Like, you need to pay $10. They also like constantly upsell you, like, hey, book this 39 more and fast review for 25 here. I had this here somewhere, I believe. Absolutely crazy. Like, yeah, like here 24 here more, and upselling you like here now, and like give us more money and stuff. It's like not giving you more money, like boost here for like $39.99. It's absolutely crazy. It's like, hey, it only costs you $9 to start self-publishing music, like and then with all the like here's something and fast track review here, like, and then it's $100. Thank you very much. Fast upselling really has no freaking limits here with that stuff. Okay, so what are all the builds doing? Oops. That's still building. Which even is that now? Hi, but hey, one finished after 40. I think one finished after 45 minutes. Like, due. Then can't make this shit. Hey, that also builds commit composable kernel things. I mean, the question is, does it work without profiler? So that's one fix there. Maybe with cache there. Okay, maybe with cache twice. The cache needs to change more than a little. Which that wasn't enough, but I'm after a slightly more accurate build time. Which, yeah, this is building less now, so this is what I wanted. Is that not amazing? If that Linux distribution ain't amazing, then I don't know what is. So patch less build time of hotfix ROCm composable to build without GFX9 by disabling profiler. I think it's oops. It is what it is. Patch better, patch welcome. Like, I spent already so many 100 hours on this shit. Like, yeah. Hotfix ROCm composable kernel. Any typos? Compose. I should always copy and paste. If copy and paste wouldn't require touching the mouse here. How long is the estimated build time if we inst force deps dry run? 41. Okay, it's still off for the single, but I'm not faking it that much more. Maybe make disk file turn XML crypt files. Nobody. Like if we need mainstream April. Like we're not wasting our time. Like if we make April Fools, then due to the lack of success of T2 Linux, we rename it for superior branding from T2 to A1, like AKA styled AI, obviously, or like our music. Like if either you do like massive PR stunt April's Fools or bust, like it's a waste of time. Then amazing, like we make real progress here. Like this is I'm thrilled. Maybe I'm getting drunk, but I'm thrilled. Okay, you know what, we need to change title. German Linux coder gets drunk while making AMD ROCm work on RISC. German Linux coder gets drunk while making AMD work. Fine, maybe, whatever. So we're getting somewhere. What is RISC-V Ripper doing? It finished. Yes, look at that. I think. Do we celebrate too early? Probably. Oh, we urgently need SVN up. We need the latest and greatest fixes. By the way, if you're new to this stuff, that is the fastest available RISC-V system, 64 freaking threads, 128 gigs of memory. Of course, rocking the best Linux distribution, space grade and military certified and self-driving aware T2 freaking Linux. 4A? No, A1. Why should we rename it to 4A? You mean AAA? No. I was thinking A1. It alphabetically sorts best with all the other Linux distributions, and it doubles as AI, you all. So, getting somewhere. How much can German drink before instill code? So, superior AI enablement things. Let's see. Actually, ROCm. So the thing is, now that we built, okay, what more changes do we have? Users source. Any changes? All right. Actually, what's with this example? Okay, let's first commit lamar cpp with a bloody cache. That's probably caching a lot. So basically all this, like, wow, this is of course this is all the stuff that we made work, right? Like 3 weeks, 3 hard works, 3 hard weeks of 3 weeks of hard work coming to success. For all Linux. Okay, for all. That's a good idea. I like that. Terrifying. Welcome back, by the way. I'm sorry, has it been some months since we last... by the way, I forgot, have you been part of the original Rock Linux crew? I lost overview of all the nicknames. Or are you... I remember, have you been here the last weeks? Probably not, right? I remember you from a month ago, and now I wonder, but maybe you weren't. Did I ask you before if you were part of good old Rock Linux? But maybe you weren't. Anyway, just wondering. Thinking out loud. Cheers. So this beer probably. And next, is Skazi still here? Next, I need to try you. I still have not tried your favorite beer. I probably need to custom order that. Other people drink champagne. We just drink beer. Good. Let's let's be real. Let's llama cpp things of some optional dep tracking. What is... Did I press caps lock? Okay. So it's not off to good start with VI already deteriorating. So all of this is one optional group. And the irony is I can't even test this on header things, Python. I can't test this in the x86 VM because I don't have AMD GPU path-through thing. So that's all ROCm. So the build time is vastly linear now. Like the build time highly depends on feature and element. No, but I was in the Vienna. Met-type or MATLAB? Probably typo, huh? I don't know about this Vienna group. So you're from Vienna, you're saying? And then greetings to Vienna. So, and to Claire. Do you know Claire by any means, chance? Opt. So T2 will do this automatically from the desk, but I don't want to rebuild this now, so some manually YOLOing, because why not? It's also no git for, no, why not? C llama cpp. Anyway, so also best without typo. Did we do all? I mean, headers, YOLO, maybe, whatever. Not sure what's going on there. We want this as automated as possible. Wire up AMD ROCm hip optional port for my CPP, huh? If that ain't something, then I don't know what is. MetaLab. Ah, you know Clifford, that's cool. Say greetings to her if you meet her again. Some years ago, I reached out, like probably four years in the pandemic, I reached out and asked if everything okay. And actually, maybe I should come back to like 4 years ago. It's like, hey, if you want, like, would be nice to meet up and stuff. And drink a beer after so many years, so, or whatever they fancy these days. So, if that ain't something, I don't know what is. Let's make it, try to run it. Like basically, so the question is, all right, we built everything here. Oh, wait, what is, hey, build stuff, rock solving. So let's, we need this for, obviously, we need this for here. T2 inst llama cpp. We need this for RISC-V. Okay, so yeah, me too. Like we lost contract. Anyway, I lost contact around 2000. Like so, same, probably, maybe same issues, things, live things. So hip blas are not installed. Okay, this needs hip blas. Things, that's not ideal. Because we're still building. Solver, 30 freaking minutes. Rock blast, wait, rock blast? What you're saying? Hip blast. Can we build that already? Hip. Okay, let's dry run this because we are building in parallel. Dry run. Maybe we need to make this stuff like growing to do live, drunk live in the office. We should make this more multi-threading and parallel build. So yeah, we want that. Okay, rock solver. So the problem is that it's currently building. That's not ideal. Okay, unfortunately, we need to wait on rock solver. That's unfortunate. Because that's... Hey, at least it's using some RISC-V cores. Oh man. Pro tip, make your build fully parallel, because otherwise it's not epic scaling. It's not fan out Uber scaling in things. It's good. Probably time to... Do we have sales? Do we have meetings? Do we have what's going on? Sales. What do they want to sell? We are manufacturing metal components. Wonderful. And we are manufacture of metal components for ammunition. Why do I get sales pitch of we are manufacturing metal components for ammunition? Are you freaking kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? What a time to be alive. LOL. Good. I was 2 days old. I was today's days old, years old, when someone wanted to sell me metal components for ammunition. Good. So let's hope this will not link in 45 freaking minutes. Because I wanted to see AI. We could for kicks and giggles because this quad core here is... This quad core, this Quilai quad core is underutilized. It's of course also running T2 Linux, right? If you have not yet noticed, we're only running because Linux 2025 and Linux soon runs on military grade. Probably the military grade Linux you all. Interesting how things building org. This GNU org, we probably could delete most. This GNU org, I tried to remove this. It's sometimes it's mostly the T2 build scripts. So, and also the smart optimization. Actually, I think, and welcome there, when FreeBSD, we are T2 Linux. But we can homebrew on FreeBSD and also actually the real question is not when FreeBSD, because obviously T2 Linux is better. The real question is when microkernel for T2. That is most people are here to see me soon. Like after we made AI on RISC-V grade, we will make microkernel grade. So T2, like on a quad core, freaking Llama CPP. Not CI. Yeah. And let's build it on the quad core just for kicks and giggles without... how long would this... 30 freaking... Okay, that's not ideal. Okay, that is wrong. Did I just commit... I just committed this with ROCm. Okay, YOLO. So this, I would hope it builds in 10 minutes or so. It's like, yeah, but also we need... can we link this faster? Rock solver of... How far are we here with rock solver? Probably the final link, right? Rock... Because then we can rsync this over... Wait, this failed? Segmentation failed? Unable to execute command? Clang front-end command and generating code for declaration. What? What the heck? You got to be kidding me. Like this is currently... failing? Did this crash or what? CPU thing. Unhandled signal 11 and libgcc. Oh, that's unfortunate. Do we need rock solver? We need hip blast. Probably this needs... That totally stings. Yeah, SED is real. SED is used all over the configure scripts, but org not necessarily. But I mean often. But I tried to filter out T2 scripts based GNU org usage, but it's not really easy, and it was basically not worth it. That here is annoying. I mean, we could build it again and hope it was some fluke. So what are we missing? Rock hip blast. So probably it will not, like, can we? So that is it still currently waiting for this other linker to? We should build a slightly different kernel because this one has vector enabled. I don't trust this kernel the most. But yeah, that is worst case. Like, this stuff crashing totally ain't fun. The question is, will it reproduce? I mean, thankfully I have another RISC-V system and I could build it on the quad core overnight, which wouldn't much fun either. So close, and one segmentation fault away. T2 build packages on plan 9. Okay. All I want is a better microkernel. So, okay, let's manually skip over that and see. This probably will not build. So that was this what crashed? Oh no, work solver crashed. What happens if we do that? That says not installed. That's not ideal. Damn, so close and yet so far. But that's the thing, like, this is like 3 hours here, 4 hours here, 80 plus hours later, and shit still incomplete. Depths, none. Hip blast. It probably will not build without rock solver. Let's see. Maybe we are super lucky, which I guess we will not be. T2 would build with limited implementations from BusyBox. Patches kinda welcome. Not the most important, but we will make soon, like, BusyBox implementation, not amazing. What we will do for a microkernel Great Reset project is write all those things in our own tiny language things later this year after we made RISC-V AI great. Okay, yeah, that leak needs rock solver. Wonderful, congratulations. That, of course, is worst case. Yeah, basically, I don't want to bore you with rebuilding this until it might work. What we will do instead, we can quickly look into these examples and see is there still something missing? Does this stuff start to build? Let's basically do this fresh on the Ryzen. But yeah, it's small steps for RISC-V or so, but larger steps for all the ROCm enablement stuff here. This one's lip blast. Do we not have lip blast? I would think we have that. Like this, even the bloody examples do not freaking link correctly. Like, are you freaking kidding me? You had one effing job. How can shit be so broken? Like, I don't get how shit can be that broken. What are those big mega corporations doing each day? That unsuccessful Twitch streamer need to fix all the shit here. I also want HIP FFT though. We might not have had built that. but it also doesn't find like it's obviously lacking. Like, why does it not, like, they have their they actually build, wait, G++ is also wrong. Did I not copy all of the... I have that here. Is that not enough? Why does it build with... I build with, like, users compiler and it's not freaking doing that. No, this is hipcc. But here it's opt ROCm Clang. And that doesn't find... Like, it has here, like, also, like, this is... Hip solver? Do we not have hip solver? Oh, we don't have hip solver. Okay, sorry. Okay, somehow it controls. This is old previously or what? Okay, why does this hip last? This is partially because it RISC-V. Sorry, wrong system. This is this also undefined referentiation JSON schema to grammar. Thank you very much. Everything randomly fails here. Oh, opt. Smart. LTO maybe not. Temp as more. Or like actually it has 16 gigs. Nah, 20 megabyte. Undefined reference to JSON schema to grammar and Lohmann things. Okay, so we need this, basically what we need, I probably run a kernel with this floating point and vector enabled, right? Yeah, we wasted so much time with this shit, it's ridiculous. Tiny things, busybug things, imagine. Yeah, patch is welcome. I'm busy with making the great big stuff, big iron stuff. No, there is this thing was missing. I've seen this GFX. I appreciate this cool look. I've seen this GFX 900 something, but that was not my biggest concern. The biggest concern is it didn't hit this includes, but okay here. I mean, you're right. We should actually check where it's getting that from. I thought I set this GFX9 stuff. Do we have object here? No? Oh, shit. Maybe we should reverse this soon, like object dir by default and then no object dir if not supported. Because it's getting a little bit boring. When you bash shell history completion things ain't fast enough for all. Yeah, between shell completion not fast enough and skill issues of like, okay, what run. Okay, so I think so. The problem is, like what is FFTW3 right? Oh, 4, yeah. We also need to change this stuff. Somehow we need the test of float and double. We historically built the double. I mean, we changed this a couple of times. Basically, this needs a float version or whatnot. FFTW fastest Fourier transform in the West, of course, right? You knew what the stood for. So, alright, we built float support for some reason. And let's build. We need this twice, or we need the float or double version, whatever. It's like quickly. Yeah, we need to improve this. Like maybe we and curses we also built. Like maybe we simply built this twice or whatnot. I don't even know. If you have a good idea, Kuluk, Foxtrot and stuff, leave me in the comments below. I only put the beer on the floor because I have a precious Pentium board there, and I have precious RISC-V systems there. Nothing like leaking the beer over your precious Pentium 133 or so. I knew from experience, like, yeah, we need to make this better. Like, ROC FFT, HIP FFT, what was it? HIP FFT? Did this build? No, I did not build. I don't know what I did that all of those things are so cursed. Shit, this one more. What does this want? I'm pretty sure this built previously. ROC. Oh wait, what? So it has ROC FFT and did I not build this? No, I'm confused. Actually, what is the order of HIP FFT and do they both? Oh, look at this order is wrong. So HIP FFT, what do we have here? 300, 200, We will later see if no, 80. We will see another day if from scratch builds this is enough. I don't know. At least one tiny small Windows that needs another order. Yeah, a shitload, absolute shitload of work. I mean, and that is the difference. Once we did 11 hours like a year ago. Remember the 11 hours live stream of packaging, like 25 years in the making. 11 hours adding nearly 100 or whatnot KDE dependencies, including K indoor maps and K opening hours and amazing stuff like that. Like that were relatively sane KDE open source, like open source native. Like, but here, like this were only 60-ish packages, but deciphering and making, decrypting, debugging the CMake things and stuff. Yeah, that is like we don't have a build time for that yet. I'm pretty sure that did build. I thought this FFT stuff did build the other day. I'm surprised we don't have a build time estimate for this ROC FFT. 40%. But yeah, I mean, I wish, as everyone, I wish it were less work. The good thing is, like, hey, it's so broken, it takes other Linux distributions. I mean, between the other 2000 Linux distributions to make this AI as great, now they only need to copy T2 Linux. But between, like, they would need to do the work, or they could just copy our nicely sorted result. No. Not that anyone else would care about RISC-V and ARM64, but I think I go early, and I don't really want to update this here now, to be honest. I mean, we could. I don't think, like, how fast did this fail here? The last build did fail in. Wait, it's still going? This is still waiting for the other bloody process? I have no further questions. Why, AMD? Why? That is why I want a great reset, right? This shit is so cursedly bloated. Like, that is not a Pentium 120. Like, this is a 64 threaded basically 64 core. 64 core, 2+ gigahertz RISC-V thread mapping system, and like, yes, I mean it's a little bit out of order, right? It's not it's not Intel Atom level in order. It's somewhat out of order. Maybe not speculating. Maybe a little like that is just crazy. That's not nice. Oh, the kernel should just fail. The kernel doesn't know the make system. It's not the kernel's job. The kernel like one Clang crashed, and kernel like, hey, you crashed, right? It's that's not the kernel. It's a CMake, right? So CMake, but or make like, but this is like all the CMake, all the make of like, it's yeah, that is a waste of resources. I guess. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Okay, this. Wait, where are we here? Hip FFT failed. Thank you very much. Nothing that wouldn't rock. Ah, wait, what? We did this. Did we do this wrong? Rock FFT failed. What's with rock? What's that stuff doing? Or did this fail yesterday? Wait, this needs another compiler, huh? Clang hip not recognized. Language hip not recognized. What? Does this miss some manual? Look at that. So like it builds a while. It's like it starts like nah, and then after a while, wait, what? There's some hip example of. Probably what would it need? This here? Or the architecture? You know what, let's maybe copy the architectures too, just. So what did fail? Rock, right? Maybe not that, I guess. Maybe that. Let's T2 in. What can you do for us? Where's this input? I don't know why it's performing all those target tests. Like if we tell it to do those things, like maybe it shouldn't do some random things. Oh, this fails. Hip RTC, wonderful. Do we have hip RTC? Actually, I remember that, to be fair. Yeah, it needs some manual convincing here. I mean, this amount of hot fixing is just ridiculous. Like, and mind you, it's not my decision to put it in OptROCm. I think OptROCm is a good, fair place. AMD themselves install it to OptROCm, right? And it should still ain't work by default. It's also, I think I want nothing like some object dear things. So where did it fail? Did this not fail? What was the last thing to fail? I Control-C that? Why did I really Control-C that? Or whatever. So it's not using hip architectures. Which was now the first to fail. I lost overview. Okay, work FFT. and that wanted, actually this is also too many GPU arches. This somehow wants this GPU arches somewhat differently again. I hate this. Like, this is, show me, tell me that you're not good in engineering by giving me this random bullshit. Like, this is just bullshit. What does this shit even use for the bloody architectures? Default GPUs. Default GPUs. Build only local. Build local? Build only for the local. Target default is AMD GPU targets. ROCm, so that one, huh? Default should be AMD GPU targets. Did I not add this? Oh, maybe I intentionally wanted to see if it's using something or not. Give me any of my previous files. Any of, must be somewhere here. No? Here. Targets. Was it AMD? No, I actually here. Which one is it now even? FFT. Actually I have HIP architectures here for some reason. Why did I think that was using that? So that's probably not all, but let's test. ROC FFT. Did I clean that? Yeah, ROC FFT. By the way, what's RISC-V Ripper doing? I probably could turn it off already. The problem is, by default, Tmux is still freaking linking? Are you freaking kidding me? Wow. I mean, +1 already segmentation faulted. So let's save some electrons, power off that for today, and power that off today. So that still needs the linking fix, right? Like, does it now GPU GFX thing of... Oh, look at this. Yeah, we built for those two. Congratulations. Now we only need to patch in the bloody thing here in library. I don't understand how they could release it like this. How it builds for them. They have here tons of CXX flags. Can't make this shit up, it's ridiculous. So what did they... I mean, they should have... whatever. So we want CXX flags. What do we need? It didn't, what did I not find? The header or the library? I think the library, huh? Recurring issues with this AMD shit. And HIP RTC, congratulations. So this was CMake link? Oh, damn it. CMake, I mean, we maybe just grab in. It was somehow link shared, but what precisely? We had this in shared in patch things here, in here, this here. Can't make this shit up. It's ridiculous. Set things of... What was the name of this? Hotfix libdir. Damn, we can't make this. Yeah, we should fix this somehow, but globally, but another day. It's ridiculous, you all. It's... Laskazi, welcome back. Did you make a break? Because a while ago, half an hour ago, I mentioned you. I need to try your favorite beer. We need to get under influencers like American big fun mega corporation things. Oh, damn it. Don't tell me this still. What does it want now? Error in linker command. In unable to find tip RTC. How does this still not blend? That is in library thoughts though. How does this freaking not work, TM? Hip RTC. Lib. Yeah, I should have done this differently, but it is there. Lib hip RTC. How is this not a freaking thing? What you're doing? Manually specified var is not used in this project. Wonderful. Library source. I patched it in library. Maybe it needs to be in... Or what? Wait. What do they... Oh no, RISC-V. It should be like this. Library source. Shared linker flex. Set shared linker flex. Does it need to be in here? Use CUDA. Where do we have ROCm things installed here? Yada yada. Not build things. Properties. Lib not build shared links. Build cache things. I don't know, you all. I don't know what people are doing. This is just yeah. See, do we have here any link? Flex. Nah. Let's just do this here somewhere. I mean, does it do shared? Maybe it doesn't do shared. Sure. Fix. Yeah, like wish this RISC-V like it's yeah. What are those corporate people thinking? Or is it something? Is it another deer now? Library source things lib cannot freaking find. What the heck is like? Yeah, superior build system, right? I hate this with a passion. Who freaking likes CMake? I don't understand you all. Like maybe you're not debugging other people's bullshit all day long, but how this is acceptable, I don't freaking understand at all. Which tier are we? We are here in source, or is it because, or maybe more stuff freaking builds now? 2% though. Do we really need to patch every freaking sub-project here? Library, source, rock, FFT. Why does this not work? Shared, or is it an, or is it some, maybe it because it's, what is it, executable? CMake exa flex. Yeah. CMake language is absolute garbage. Yeah, people agree. Even the authors recognize the fact. Yeah, but first they spread this as the best invention since sliced beer. Ridiculous. Yeah, basically it's late. Family asked for family time. I'm shocked. Yeah, I will make the last things work. I hope tomorrow morning I will rebuild the Milk-V Pioneer kernel without vector stuff. And I mean, if we are unlucky, Clang is segmentation faulting. That would be like if it's a true Clang LVM bug thing. I would hope not, but yeah, it's crazy. Thanks for watching. It was another crazy long day. Yeah, 6 hours live stream a day here, 8 hours live stream a day there. Even at the end of the year, you live stream quite some stuff. Don't forget to subscribe. See you tomorrow. Have a good day or night. Yeah, let's see what nice channel we find to rate you over.
Beneath the shadow of algorithms, past the walled gardens of greed, we seek the root, the kernel of truth, a system we're destined to see. Not kings in castles, but hackers in